What's up YouTube, Capital G here. Got some fantastic duels for you guys to check out. The first duel is one of my favorite type of duels. This is the good old you can't break my board because I got all these negations and all these power play turn ones, and the guy at the bottom playing pendulums is basically going to get ideally what he would want out of his deck. If you're a pendulum player, I mean, this is pretty much your max ceiling one card Electromite. He's going to be able to get a pendulum summon off of basically 5 monsters. Tuning Magician is going to get him another monster, so he ends up with 5 monsters on field. He's going to be able to get the Rusty Bardiche. That equals 2 copies of the Phantom Knights of Fogblade also on your field, so 2 more disruptions. And he's not done there. He's going to go for F.A. Don Dragster. You know what? See, I was looking at this card a little sideways. I think the White Wing Magician, but it also, you know, randomly being a tuner allows you to go into F.A. Don Dragster. He does blindly go into the Abyss Dweller, which, I mean, in this format, it's good against Salamangreats. It's good against, I would probably argue, Thunder Dragons as well. Don't know about Ultragaze and, you know, against Sky Striker, but I guess it's like good against half the decks in the meta, so I can kind of understand going against it. Also could be very good against Lunalights as well. His opponent's going to go for Unizombie. Targets the F.A. Don Dragster. That does make him launch the Rusty Bardiche. No problem. He can simply use one of his Fog Blades, bring it back to the grave, or bring it back from the graveyard. He gets baited super hard here by this Ghost Meets Girl spell. I don't know why he ended up using this. Like, don't get me wrong, it allows you to summon a Shiranui monster from your deck or your grave, but like, who cares? Why would you use your negate on that? I don't even honestly understand why he used his Abyss Dweller on that, but because he got, you know, so foolishly baited, goodbye to your monsters, because Rivalry of Warlords is actually going to stick on the field, and that just kind of opens up the path for this guy to get back into the game. He is using his Fog Blades on the Vampire Frowlin. That's fine. He's going to top deck a Gozuki, and that's going to eat up the second Fog Blade, and now he's pretty much just free to use whatever he wants. He's going to Monster Reborn the Unizombie, and he can just kind of do whatever he wants. Gets Baller Drock on field. I think that if you allow zombies to get Baller Drock, it's basically their win condition, and they are going to win off of that card. His opponent does have a couple of plays to fight back here. Gets a nice draw from Baller Drock. He does have the negation from Baller Drock and also the disruption of the banishing, but he does just have Baller Drock get attacked into. That's important because if he tries to activate any other monster effects, you know that they just would have been stopped here. Let's see if zombies can end up closing this game out. Baller Drock tries to come back. He's going to pop the Zombie World, which is, okay, that will actually make it so Baller Drock can't use the effect. Well, it can't use the effect if his opponent activates any effects, but he can still simply just banish the Rusty Bardiche. This is important because now if the Phantom Knights of Fogblade goes to the grave, he has nothing to actually summon back. Well, I think, does he have a Boots in his graveyard or anything? No, yeah, he has nothing to actually bring back. So it's important not just for getting damage through, but from taking away your opponent's you know, target for the copy of the Fogblade. So you can see that pendulums are now basically running on E. He's got to find one card out to this, which basically is like Interrupted Slumber. He is going to get a pendulum summon off, but I just don't feel like he can actually mount the field that the guy has. He's going to use Card by the Grave. He's going to take away his Oath Dragon targets, and let's see if he can make that last stand. I don't think so. He's just attacking. He doesn't realize that the Shiranui Splendid Saga actually protects from battle destruction with cards that it's linked to, so he realizes, Cap, I don't have any options left, and I'm going to scoop it up. And yeah, sometimes, man, it just takes one small mistake for these pendulum players, and it's like all of what they work for turn one with these boards with, like, you know, 4 disruptive cards and stuff. It feels like it just all goes down the drain. Anyways, we got a second duel. This one's going to be pretty quick, and when I looked at this opening hand, I was like, are they running the same deck? Because these are both dinosaur builds, but they're like, I don't know, it seems like they're dinosaur builds that are like tailor-made to go second. This guy has Fantastic Dragon and Spear Mode in his opening hand. This guy says, I'll counter that with 2 Kaiju, so they both, I guess, want to really be going second. I don't think you want to be going first in this duel. And you know, the guy at the bottom does just pretty much nothing. He just activates Lost World and passes, and I was like, oh well, I guess maybe you can get OTK'd or something. Good thing he didn't put a monster on board. That would have given his opponent the opportunity to activate the Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. but it's perfectly fine. He is going to kaiju or drop a couple kaijus regardless. Getting Fantastic Dragon on board was actually kind of cool, but it kind of becomes maybe a problem when your opponent does have Conductor Tyranno, and that's just going to be able to attack over everything. He gets so close, 1,000 life points, and check this out, man. This is why math is important, boys and girls. He says, Cap, I got this. It's easy. Cowboy for game, baby. But have we forgotten? It must have been too long since people have played Cowboy and used Cowboy for game. Cowboy does not do 1,000 damage. It does 800 damage. You can't leave your opponent with 200 life points. I say it all the time in these type of duels. Get Spear Mode, boy. Now he can actually summon one of his dino monsters, or excuse me, wrestlers from his deck, and that's pretty cool because both of these players are going to be getting tokens off of the copies of Lost World. He's going to go ahead and pop that token. He uses his own baby Ceratosaurus to protect the token, and now he can go for Conductor Tyranno. And I'm almost certain dropping 2 of them is going to actually be game. He goes for piercing damage with this this Link monster as well, getting piercing damage when he attacks into face down monsters or into the token. Keep in mind, Spear Mode got 0 defense, so basically he's just taking all these attacks straight to the face, and he ultimately loses, man. So close, 200 life points, but you know, you only need 1 life point to win in Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed these short duels. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.